Hey trainers, Rickstar here. So today we have to talk about Mewtwo. As we know, recently in the past Pokemon Unite update, they released Mewtwo, and also they released Mewtwo's Mega Evolution, Mewtwo X. Now I know many of us just got out of the Zacian meta, and that was an annoying dark time to be in. Literally for over 2 months, they had the most busted Pokemon upon release out for that long without an emergency patch, and I'm pretty sure like most of you guys, it was ridiculous. Now I definitely remember reading a producer letter that the Pokemon Unite producers left us fans, and they kind of explained their philosophy with legendary Pokemon. They said that legendary Pokemon were meant to be a little bit overtuned because they believed legendary Pokemon would become leaders of their respective teams. But lately, you guys have been seeing a lot of these legendaries such as Mewtwo and Zacian. They have low skill caps. It's a common strategy that we've seen time and time again. Everyone just sits on comfy. I literally have a player that I personally know that they literally got the Masters as a supporter. They just play comfy. Every match, you just play comfy, you sit on the Mewtwo, and I'm going to show you guys that is busted, that this game does need an emergency change. They need to stop putting these legendary Pokemon in there, because every new legendary powered Pokemon that comes out, all you're going to do is add it with comfy, and then add the previous legendary to that team, and eventually it's going to be 4 legendaries, 1 comfy, and how are you going to be able to defeat that mountain? But guys, just a moment of your time. If you guys got this far in the video, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. That'll help me out, and it'll allow me to keep producing quality content just like this. You know, I'm a trainer just like the rest of you guys, and I'm trying to fight my way up to the top and get this game to be improved along the way. Alright guys, so the video's starting right now. So you guys see that I'm in spectator mode once again, and literally I'm playing BUZZWOLE. So like I said in the previous video, you guys see how impactful BUZZWOLE is in the match, and right now I feel like BUZZWOLE is a perfect Pokemon to kind of counter a low skill Pokemon such as Mewtwo. It's very overpowered, but like you just gotta play it safe. Like you see right now, I know Mewtwo and Comfy are right there in bot lane. I've been keeping my eye on them, but I'm just going to go ahead and get my stack in because, you know, a player like this, they're going to be super overconfident, and I'm going to try to use that against them as much as I can in this match. Right now, we got our Sobble just trying to evolve. Mewtwo, Comfy, they keep splitting apart and reattaching and whatnot. And we're just trying to engage, but we're playing it safe. We keep hugging the base. You know, I'm just kind of spinning there. I'm just looking. I'm waiting for them to make a reaction before I make a reaction. As you guys see right here, our jungler Dragonair is going to make an attempt to engage the Mewtwo. But as you guys can see, like, Mewtwo, he's waiting for us to make a move. He's just, you know, we're at a stalemate right now. We're in the grass, we're going out, we're poking our heads out, and I just try to engage the Comfy, kind of like keep them separated, and we just all go in. But we all ultimately know there's no point in entertaining this fight, so I'm just going to kind of fight them as long as I can. I'm just going to go ahead and like bail, get right out of there. You know, I think I do die here. You know, I just get the KO, and look, it Mega Evolves. So, as you guys remember with Zacian, they took away one of its item slots. They gave it Rusted Sword, and they let it only hold 2 other items. I believe Mewtwo needs that same limitation on it. I don't believe Mega Evolution should be something attained at level 5, because some Pokemon don't even get their final evolution until level 9. But on top of it Mega Evolving and gaining so much more offense and defenses, just the Comfy attachment itself just makes it even much more difficult to beat it, because even if they didn't really know the Pokemon too well and they were able to get mixed up, they just got someone just constantly healing them the whole time. Comfy is a really good Pokemon. I like the idea and concept of it, but when it comes to Pokemon Unite, I feel like they need to give it a slight cooldown, or even this idea that I propose. I believe that Comfy should have to attach to another Pokemon before it can go back to the previous Pokemon that it was just attached to. I think that would be kind of good. That way, at least if Comfy were to get KO'd, or if they were to split apart and like run away, they just can't jump right back on each other and just resume that stalwart defense. But I'm pretty sure all you guys are noticing it so far in the tempo of this match. We just got the KO on Comfy. We've been slowly power creeping because they really won't leave this lane. Mewtwo, without his partner, he keeps hugging the base, he keeps going back, and we just keep that offensive pressure going on him. You know, I get another stack in there, and pretty much we just want to keep that Comfy. Like, whenever it's not attached to Mewtwo, we go all in. You know, knock it up, and we just, you know, we know that fight isn't worth fighting. I unfortunately get KO'd here, but, you know, I overextend a little bit, and now there's a Mega Evolution we have to deal with again. And the Inteleon here, he's just focusing all on Comfy, you know. Pretty much, you just got to kind of like, you know what fights are worth fighting, and Mewtwo isn't one of those fights. So we do lose the contest to get the bottom objective, and Mewtwo attempts to make a score here. I'm just going to kind of like hold him off, you know. Whenever you're holding off a Pokemon from scoring, just those precious seconds will make or break a game. So I'm just going to kind of back off, go back in, get my berry, and I just start engaging him again. Here comes the Inteleon. He attempts to help me, and look, he Mega Evolves. Like, I mean, I believe at level 9, I mean, that's reasonable if they allowed his Mega Evolution to start there. But, like, it just becomes so overpowered. If I'm not mistaken, I remember in the past, Zacian at level 3, I believe, was as strong as a level 7 Greninja and its attack stat alone. So I can just only imagine what Mewtwo X, a Mega Evolution, you know, was like. But, you know, I just keep trying to farm up. Pretty much at this point, I want my Unite move. We're going to engage the Mewtwo yet again. And it's kind of interesting because he's not even leaving this lane. It's like he wants to keep this lane crushed by himself. This is solo queue. I'm not sure if I'm going against a duo queue or a trio queue, but definitely they seem like a duo, or it could just be one of those comfy sitters that's, you know, just kind of keeping him healthy. But he has nothing to do with us. He's just going to go farm up birds. I'm going to continue farming and, you know, kind of like making my presence known. I'm getting in there, trying to get him distracted. Got Inteleon setting up. And pretty much right here, we just all go in on the Trevenant just to get some catch-up experience for sure. So right here, Trevenant does get away, and you see the Decidueye just attacking, and I'm just going to kind of ignore him right now. We unfortunately do lose our bottom goal. Our second base got destroyed, so right now we're kind of neck and neck. We're only a couple of points away from each other, but we just set up an insane wombo combo here. Mewtwo uses Unite, I die, but then I use my Unite, and I counter that and just kind of like CC him to death right there. And I think at this moment, everyone in this solo queue group just kind of realized, hey, this is Pokemon Unite, and we just shred the bottom objective. So this is something that I talk about a lot on this channel. I talk about when to engage in fights, when to disengage, and when to know your character. And you see, I'm BUZZWOLE. Decidueye is clearly using its Unite move, but I go in anyways, and I just know I can secure the KO because I know my Pokemon, I know my cooldowns, and we get that KO. And look this here. He misses his snipe shot, I get right back to base, and pretty much perfectly timed, I'm on my way to the top objective, because if we can secure that Regieleki at this point, pretty much the enemies have a lot to worry about. And as we saw earlier, that Comfy Mewtwo, they just keep hugging that bottom goal. They're farming jungle right now, but they're nowhere near, so we just shred and we take the objective. So that's 2 objectives we just got within the minute. So we're going to start adding a little pressure right here. We're just going to kind of push up on them real decent. Right now, my game plan isn't to keep engaging them like this. I'm just kind of like letting that Regieleki get ever so closer. But ultimately, we got a Trevenant here. We don't want to waste too much time just fighting it out. We get the KO though, but we're just going to kind of cruise on through their farm. I'm going to see what looks tasty. Baltoy, nah, you know, really nothing here. So I'm going to kind of work on getting these 40 points in, because right now you can see their tunnel vision. Dragonite gets one in. I start to score. He comes back and speeds me up. 40 in, and Inteleon gets here, and I'm just going to kind of let Dragonite escape. That's all I want. You know, I'm taking one for the team here, knock him away. I'll start fighting the Trevenant, and unfortunately, the Shype shot takes me out. But this is pretty good right now. Everyone's just, you know, everyone knows that we got 45 seconds until Rayquaza spawns. So, you know, they're engaging right now, trying to get that catch-up experience. Looks like Trevenant just wasted his Unite move. So we take the Trevenant out again. You know, I'm just going to kind of get back and farm up whatever I can. You know, this is pretty much the time where you want to try to farm your Unite move if you don't already have it, if it just needs to be topped off a little bit. But looks like there's a fight going off up top. We got Inteleon and Trevenant engaging the other Inteleon. So it's literally a mirror match in top lane, it looks like. But, you know, Our Inteleon goes back to base. He knows what's up, and we're gonna try to attempt the Registeel buff. Do we get it? Do we get it? Unfortunately, we don't, but it's okay though. It's okay. I take out another Pokemon. I use my Unite move, and pretty much I'm trying to engage on this Mewtwo real heavy. You know, unfortunately, he gets away, and I get KO'd here. But I have something cooked up in mind because this Mewtwo, I pretty much learned his playstyle. You know, pretty much if I can kill Mewtwo, that's a 2-for-1 because this Comfey will never get off of him, and that's pretty much in a way a win condition and a weakness that you can notice when you go against these types of players. So we got the enemy Mewtwo just kind of engaging. Our Inteleon's playing it safe, using its ability, you know, to stay invisible. You know, Dragonite, Inteleon, Espeon, they just decide to go all in and shred it. I come a little bit late just because I got KO'd, but we just win Rayquaza. So pretty much, as you guys can see what I'm doing right here, I want Mewtwo. I'm going to 1v1 him right now because right now there's literally a 1v2 going on. So I'm just going to fight him. Pretty much, even if I get KO'd here, that's a threat that my team doesn't have to worry about, and they can get those points. And so unfortunately, I do get KO'd here. But look, Mewtwo, he's going to attempt to get the goal. We already got our points in, and Teleon's just going to, you know, kind of chill on pad. He's waiting. He's wondering who's coming, you know. And boom, they get deployed. Mewtwo loses Mega Evolution just in the nick of time. And, you know, pretty much the pressure's on here. Right now, you know, we're pretty much ahead. We're 400 points up right now. And we're just kind of watching it, you know, wondering. And Teleon's going to unfortunately get that base because, you know, I just respawned. So I'm a little bit late, but it's okay, you know. So pretty much I'm going to start putting a lot of pressure on the Inteleon. Espeon still has a shield, which is good. So it has a high likelihood of getting those points in. Inteleon and Dragonite are on top side. Me and Espeon are pushing bottom side. So this is called a pincer attack. So we're just going to kind of flank from both sides right now, you know. I'm going to get in there, I'm going to engage and kind of like give Espeon that clearance to get those points in. 10 seconds left and I just go crazy. I just engage, Mewtwo ults, doesn't matter. I'm just kind of waiting for my cooldowns. I go right back in, get another KO, and pretty much that's the match, you know. You know, like I said, Pokemon like this, like all you gotta do is kind of slow yourself down. Never look at it and be like, oh, it's a Mewtwo, it's gonna overpower me, whatever cheap tricks that this game keeps implementing until the developers get it right. But you know, pretty much I hope you guys learned something from this. You know, I was just kind of getting some stuff off my chest. You know, I've been grinding that solo ladder and I get tired of seeing Comfey sitters and Mewtwo's. You know, it's just as worse as the Zacian meta, you know. But you know, I hope you guys like this video. Make sure you leave a comment, subscribe. We're almost to 1,000 subscribers. So if you guys can help me get that, I'll be so grateful. But you know, peace out trainers and keep grinding.